Please don't sue us. It is the Miscellaneous Podcast. I'm your smuggling stardust host, Polly. Today we have Aaron.
What? It's Star Wars. Is that not good?
We have B. Dism.
No, I did not clog the toilet of the Millennium Falcon.
Erotic deodorant.
Also known as Max Rebo.
Norco Killer.
That's the Bounty Hunter, Norco Killer.
Josh.
2019 Super Mario Brothers Speed Champion complete.
And special guest, BA Productions. I don't know. Should we use a name or something?
Yeah, you can use Brandon, also known as Preacher. So,
all right.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Star Wars references.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I had one of my
Hey, you guys has probably
Let's do that
said some
That's
point in
like
Star Wars.
Goonies.
Nerf
I
herder.
didn't. Yeah.
With a title that says it all.
Oh,
Let's get to it.
Aaron, can you hear me?
Can you get a little louder at all?
Yeah, you can.
You can be screaming
Is
louder.
that any better?
Let me turn you up. Stand by. Start just talking. Just keep talking until I say you stop.
I don't know how to. What do you want? Mic check, man.
Your typical yodeling.
Sorrow.
You know how I be yodeling on the show.
He's all like, "Uptown Girl."
I
I mean, you could just totally sing a song right now. You know, it's no big deal.
Yeah. All
I
right,
could
you're
have
good.
done something really stupid like Sharon cut Cherie. She was Sharon Favre did it proper. They were all in love with
facial
Diane.
scar
They
and
were
Bobby
drinking from a fountain.
Resurrectionist.
I don't mind the sun sometime.
There you go.
Or you could just be like singing "Billionaire" by Bruno Mars if you can handle that.
I wanna be a billionaire, so
freaking bad. Oh yeah.
I want to be on the cover of Forbes magazine.
Yay.
Oh, look at that, Leota. Hell yeah.
No disrespect, erotic deodorant. So I was sitting in the car the other day, and I'm like, what was that guy's name? I thought for 10 minutes, I thought it was Sexy Shampoo.
Hey, it's close, man. That's
I know. I was like, oh,
That's
it's
my
a
Portico,
fucking-
dude.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's not it. Is
Oh,
it
that goes
Hansel?
with the Yoda. Watch it.
Yeah.
Dance you must.
But sexy shampoo will be my new gamer tag.
Well,
Hey.
that Sexy Shampoo goes in your nether regions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ow.
Yeah,
I
today
haven't
we
used
had
shampoo.
this girl tell us about putting this waxy lotion in the crevices, and we're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
And they left you,
Puts the deodorant on the skin.
they left you hanging with that?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'd
said
stopped
that-
it there. It was an older
Oh,
lady.
okay, I gotcha. Oh, I was getting
See,
weird.
what I like to do is rub it firmly on my hand, like, oh, and it gets in there.
I like to rub it on my thighs and warm it up.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. And she's like, only use your finger.
Just the tip of your finger. That's all you use.
Yeah, just to see
You
how it
don't,
feels.
you don't need very much. You just put it in there and you wiggle around.
Ugh. Wiggle it
Yeah.
just a little bit. Did you guys scroll up? You see Norco, or you see Bidism's Treat Yourself? Now that is a fucking cake.
Oh yeah, that looked good as fuck.
Is he coming on today? Because I want him to make that for
Name
me.
and ta-da.
There he is. Well, there he went.
He left. See you later.
Someone say my name.
Yeah, we're looking at your cake, and when am I getting mine?
Sure,
Yeah, we
for
all
your
want that
birthday,
cake,
man.
bro.
Oh my god,
Sweet.
that thing is fucking epic.
It's a peanut butter cheesecake.
Oh, hold on. Before we do anything, we gotta press the button. All right,
Okay.
let me find
Thank
it. Give me
you.
a second.
I did it. True, 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 true.
All right, give me a second. I gotta find it through all this shit.
I know it's hard finding that button, especially in the dark.
Oh,
That's
shizzle.
what he said.
Yeah,
Where did I put it? Where'd it go?
I don't know. Look at that pink glow in the dark.
There
button.
it is. All right. Give me a second. And three, two.
Hi, this is B
That's
Dism,
good stuff.
and this is Treat
That's the
Yourself.
best right there. Total quietness.
Treat yourself.
So that was the peanut butter cheesecake that I made with a brownie crust. Also has Reese's peanut butter cups, peanut butter chips, and chocolate chips.
Now, when you say brownie crust, did you just lay a cheesecake on a bunch of brownies?
No, I actually made the brownie crust with it.
Wow.
Either way would have been fine.
So how much? How bad is this for you?
I wouldn't say it's like bad, but do keep an insulin shot nearby.
Oh,
Well, what's that calorie count on there, though, man? What's that
I don't
calorie
count
count?
it. If you got to count calories, you ain't living.
That's a
That's the truth.
get busy living and eat B Dism's cake.
Titty sprinkles.
All right, I'm gonna do the ending now.
Yeah, those white chips on there are actually insulin chips that he did.
This has been a treat yourself update.
Insulin directly into the cake.
All right,
Hey.
that was beautiful. Perfect.
Hey
timing.
Josh, what's up with your level, Paul? He's real low. Does anybody sound like he's real low? You sound
I
like
don't know. Start talking again, there, Josh.
Am I real low?
Sounds fine to me. Turn them up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do the adjusting on your thing. Is that a Zeph? Hi, Zeph.
Am I really low?
I don't know.
Don't tell me.
Warenberg's not there no more.
It's like Mark. I think it's Marcus or something.
It's Marky Mark Productions.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Christmas bells are ringing.
BA Productions. Welcome to the journey.
So tell me a little bit about what you do at, what is it, BA Production, right?
Yeah, BA Productions is a company right now. We're on YouTube. You'll know it whenever you see the nice, colorful background that has like a triangle in it, pretty much.
How would you describe your YouTube channel in, say, one sentence?
Well, my whole motto is whenever people come on, it's pretty much welcome to the journey. So,
BA Productions. Welcome to the journey.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Let's
Is
take care of
Fran
a little
still going?
business real quick while we get ready to start. So, doing the giveaway on Norco Killer, which is at what is it at again?
Norco Killer, that's all caps. Norco Killer.
Yeah.
Twitter.
What we want is his Twitter to be just blown up with so many followers. Oh,
Exploded.
it's Baby Yoda.
If they not like me, but if they what is
you.
what is it called? Erotic deodorant on this Twitter machine.
They follow you.
The Twitter.
Yeah, thank you. Jesus.
What's on
Twitter
this
machine.
on this Twitter?
So, on this there's a lot of new things on this Twitter, but if you follow my account at Norco Killer, all caps, and then you tell us, a little comment like what's your favorite toy or whatever for the holidays, then Paulie's going to subscribe one.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Put that down.
He's going to choose one. He's going to choose one of those people and send them a pop.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
okay.
I
so
should get
I
a
missed
Twitter
that whole
account.
thing.
This promotion is
And-
known as Funko Pop
What's a
That
Funko
Pussy.
Pop?
What you guys all talked over yourselves. What was that?
So I know I'm new to this here, and I missed the whole Funko Pop thing. So what is that?
It's a doll with a weird ass head. So if you scroll, man,
It's those
I wish I
collectibles
could.
with the big heads.
How do you
and
take
big
the
eyes.
picture from down up there and put it down here? How's that work? It's on. Yeah, it's on Discord. Will someone do
got
it for me,
I'm
please?
doing it. Jesus.
God,
It's done.
I'm the talent. I don't have to do. There it is.
The
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now.
Hey, talent. Do we got Craig rolling?
Come on, Craig. No, we don't.
Son of a.
Hold
right.
on, let me get some Craig in here.
I want a robot to chime into our conversations. That'd be dope.
Okay.
No.
He's called Norco.
They call
That's
him
right. I
Norco.
forgot we already have a robot. You're right.
I am a robot.
Is this because of the way I talk about the Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
The creepiest. All right, here we go.
Now recording.
Oh, great. So we did all that and no recording going on.
Nope, that's a recording and just on my
Jesus.
Audacity. So we got it.
All right.
Now
All right.
recording.
It is.
Kill-tacular. Sorry.
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess, destroyed the Death Star, but their story didn't end there.
I've become more powerful than any Jedi.
Never his mind on where he was. What he was doing.
That was never a condition of our agreement, nor was giving hand to this bounty hunter.
Genuine wastes are not to be traveled lightly.
It's an epic of romance.
You're trembling.
I'm not trembling.
I don't like sand. You thunder against me!
Of heroes and villains.
I am altering the deed. Pray I don't alter it any further.
They cross trackless voids to unknown worlds.
The fleet has moved down to flight speed and we're preparing to... What have you done? I'm backwards!
A galactic odyssey against oppression.
So be it, Jedi.
Adventure. Excitement. A Jedi craves not these things.
Coming to your galaxy.
Don't
All
sue
right.
us, Disney.
So, in light of the new movie coming out on the 20th, which I hope everybody's going to go see, me particular, I would love to go on that day, but I'm not going to. That's going to be horrible. We're going to talk all Star Wars. We're going to talk Mandalorian. We're going to talk about all the fun things from the 70s cartoons. Pretty much, I'm just lying about all that. We're going to talk about as much Star Wars as we can in 1 hour. So, let's start it. We all grew up watching the Out of Order first set, right? All of us grew up. We love it. That's what got us into this. But I have a question here. So, Baby Doll and Preacher, fuck. You are the younger people in this group.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
How was Star Wars growing up for you? Was it, because I don't know how to relate to that one. Yes, I'm old man. Thank you, Zeph.
Oh man, I watched all of them. I mean, I couldn't really get into a lot of the new ones, but the older ones I for sure loved all of them. So, like from like, but it's just like I don't know. Like when I start watching like the newer ones, it kind of throws me off a little bit because I'm used to like the way everything was done with like 1 through 8, I think.
Well,
right?
when
8?
did you watch them? I guess that's more the question I'm talking about. When did you get into it? Was it just like your parents watched it, so you watched it, or was it like it was on TV? How did it go down?
I was at my uncle's for I think Christmas when I was like 10, and they had it playing, so I just sat there and watched the whole damn thing the whole way through. So
nice. All right. What about you, Baby Doll?
Well, y'all gonna hate me for this, but I saw them in chronological order, which is to say I saw the prequels first, and then I went back and watched the original.
Okay.
My perspective. The other thing is, I know for sure that I don't have the same what's the word for it, nostalgia that you guys have for it. So I love Star Wars, but I also like any of the debates about like canon versus not canon versus the war against George Lucas by the fans, and you know what I mean. None of it really, and the various changes to the everything. I don't think a lot of it matters as much as it gets argued about. I think there's plenty to argue about when it comes to Star Wars, but typically the stuff that I want to argue about is very stupid.
All right, well, let's circle back to the actual fucking question, please. So, like, how did you watch it? You said you watched in chronological order, but was it like you watched them and then you're like, oh, I'm going to watch them from 1 to 9, and how did that go down?
I watched the, I don't think I've ever actually done a full, like, release order watch or, like, even, like, a chronological order watch. I watched the prequels as they came out in theaters, and then I got the VHSs for the original trilogy, and I watched those because I'm just old enough to have been able to watch VHSs in my lifetime. But yeah, so I know I've got like the original, you know, some of the more older releases before George Lucas did the re-release to cash in, so he could afford other movies. But so
we only got an hour to talk, dude. Let's move on to the next person.
All right, damn.
Well, we were talking
I
earlier.
award you no points, and we were all dumber for have listened to.
Baby Doll. So the first Star Wars movie you saw was in 1999 with Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Okay, and so we were talking about
Yes,
we were talking about this with him earlier, and the reason why you love and hate George Lucas is because when we were little, and '83 was when the last Star Wars comes out, and you don't see anything for a long time. And then, so we all grew up like, when's the next freaking movie going to come out? And everybody's like, not until George Lucas dies. And we're like, fuck, when's he going to die? When is he going to die? And then it wasn't until, so that's what he's talking about.
When did you first start? So what was your big, beginning story for Star Wars, Narco?
It would have to be the VHS box set, watching it over and over and over again when I was little. I still have that VHS box set.
What started it? Was it like family members got you into it? Friends? How did it go?
Well, I had 2 older brothers, so we had all the toys. We had everything. We had the full-size Millennium Falcon toy, which I hate to say that we blew up in my backyard with fireworks years later. Like all of the little action figures. We had everything when I was growing up.
Josh?
All right, you're gonna hate me. So I have never willingly sat through any Star Wars movie ever.
What?
Is there a way to kick him from the podcast right now?
This is my new favorite part of the podcast. Oh my god, this is gonna be.
No, Josh, I'm there with you. I have never finished one single Star Wars movie, and I tried. I just can't get into it.
Now that's
a
funny thing I want to talk to you about Aaron. So Aaron, he sends me this audio file in the middle of the night, and it's him talking about what he goes. Well, okay, I haven't really liked Star Wars and Bazooka Guabo, so here let me break this down with my friend. And you guys did it. You did a great job. Because what did I text you right afterwards? Are you not coming on the show? Is that what?
No. I was like, I was sitting at home. Damn, he's in a panic. Yeah, man, I'll be there. He's like, I gotta go. She was using the restroom. I'm like, were you watching or were you?
Who?
All right, buddy.
It's never mind. It was a weird text. So, but I have the audio, and guess what? We're gonna listen to at the very end of the show. We're gonna listen to that audio.
Good. So I don't have to answer any fucking questions. So I'll be answering at the end.
There you go.
All right. B Dizzo.
Yeah.
What's your history with Star Wars?
Well, I started cognitively watching it at The Empire Strikes Back, and the Battle of Hoth just plays through my mind every day. And that music, every time I'm driving in the snow at night, I just have that song playing in my head, and it is glorious.
Glorious.
Very glorious.
Dude,
But
Santa gets owned in this. Look at this.
Way to stay on topic, buddy.
I'm sorry. No, that's cool. No, I'm with you guys.
Your
So
story about how you've watched Star Wars throughout the years and you become an enormous fan. Oh wait, Santa gets owned. Never mind.
Aaron and Josh, you remember when Darth Vader dances with his lightsaber in that one scene?
No.
Yeah, you remember the breakdancing?
Yeah, I do. It was cool.
Okay, good. Thanks.
So like
So you haven't seen it?
I watched it. It was always
No, I
on
haven't.
Channel 11 when I was growing up, and every friggin' day in the summertime, it just played over and over and over and over and over again. To by the time that Empire Strikes Back came out, we're all like fans of the movie. So yeah,
You see, I actually went outside and played.
so did I, but not in the mornings. You'd wake up, you know. have your
The morning was the best time to go outside because it wasn't so goddamn hot.
stormtroopers twerking. Gotta love
Everybody
it.
remembers that scene, of course.
Yes, that's right
Yeah,
before
for
the.
sure.
That's right before they take it. Fuck that. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm really off, but damn, they're all sequenced. Look at that.
They'd have
All
a better
right.
shot if they'd stop dancing.
So
What the hell is that above their asses shaking? Is that like
part
a
of their-
version of a tramp stamp? What is
Part of
that?
their uniform.
That's their
that
battery.
was
part
a,
of- that's part of-
fart
yeah.
box.
Their battery. Oh.
Ammo pouch.
Their panda tail.
That's where the pee goes when they pee in their suits.
Oh, man. That's- All right.
Very
As
nice.
you
I
were.
love hearing background music from Vedism. What the hell you got?
So, Mandalorian. Let's jump to that. Who all has not seen Mandalorian?
I have not seen it yet.
Sucks
I've
to
been
be
meaning to
you
watch it, but I
guys,
haven't
'cause
seen
that's
it yet.
what we're
I don't
gonna
care if
talk
you ruin it or anything.
Get ready for spoilers,
So, go for it.
Yeah.
That's fine, man. I need to watch it, so it's whatever. It's
Every
not a big
minute.
deal.
Watched every minute.
All right, so Darth Vader dies again.
Spoilers. What did you guys think of the Mandalorian? I loved the show. I think what they did with the idea was amazing. The background, the whole immersion into the universe is great. I mean, as he goes through like cities, just in the background, you see so much shit. You want to watch it over again in case you miss something. They did a fantastic job on that, but it is still a sitcom. And within sitcoms, I've pretty much made a list of things for each show that I just noticed. And then there's a pause for silence.
We're calling it a
Well,
comedy?
spill it.
So let's break down to a couple things, okay? So, do we remember the one episode where he is out in the middle of the desert trying to find the other bounty hunter? You remember that?
No, I don't.
All right.
He's on Tatooine?
Yes. So right away, you already know they're using the speeders, the other guy's there. There's going to be a double cross coming up. You already see it, right?
You just know it. You just know.
Yes. And that was the episode where he got to say his line. He's better, he's not better. Well, what the fuck is that line? I fucked it all up. I should have wrote that down.
He
Remember
said,
when he-
you're a daisy if you do.
Yeah. No. No, when he says to Vader way back when in Empire Strikes Back.
This is
But
the
that's
way.
not the same person.
It's a fucking bounty hunter reference is what I'm going after. Where he says,
Huckleberry?
no, where he goes,
Say the line.
he's not better off to me dead or whatever. What was that line? He's not good to me dead. He uses that line, and that episode was made for that line, and that episode was made to homage that line and to homage the 70s cartoon where he's getting, he's riding that big ass fucking slug looking thing. Because that's what I've noticed about the Mandalorian. Almost every episode is going to hit on the stereotypic things we grew up of Boba Fett. Am I right or wrong on this?
I mean, yeah, that's the whole point of the show, I think, in my opinion, is that they're just kind of trying to finally give the people the, Boba Fett experience, but without having to delve into Boba Fett's non-Mandalorian back. Since Boba Fett actually just stole his armor, he wasn't a real Mandalorian.
Okay, but, without all that detail, I mean, it's that. So, the latest one, that was all the big stars going in there, like Bill Burr, the guy from Sons of Anarchy. That one was the good little play on, okay, we'll get the big stars in here now because everybody loves the show. Woo!
Actually, even a funny little fun fact: the X-wing pilots, the at the end of the episode, those were the three directors from the previous episode.
Huh. But I have a question about that. So the New Republic is the good guys.
Yeah, the New Republic is still like the government founded by the rebels.
Nice slug.
Yeah, and the red guy played by Clancy Brown. That episode. Clancy Brown. Yeah, the Clancy Brown played the big red guy with the horns.
Yeah,
the Hellboy looking guy. Yeah,
but who's Clancy Brown?
Well, he did Sleepy Hollow. He's the voice of Mr. Crab on SpongeBob.
See, I thought that was him.
Yeah,
that's why.
Here's your one chance, Clancy. Don't let me down.
He was beating the shit out of the Mandalorian. That was really good. And then you have your other ones in there, such as the one you really like, where it shows the girl, where they have the AT-AT in there. That was the Xena Warrior Princess episode.
That one was. I really actually enjoyed that one, not just because of all that, but in my personal opinion, that was the most Baby Yoda we've got yet. Just watching him like be a kid for a little while.
Now, we talked about this on the previous show. I was having issues with this, and the Yoda thing is a big one still for me, because even though we're all talking amongst each other, to each other about clones and all this other shit, which all makes sense, I don't like a sitcom that jumps right into something that too questionable. Does that make sense? Because how the fuck does he know that much force power to lift a rhino thing? You see what I'm saying?
He is 50 years old.
I want to congratulate you on this because, there's a big complaint among a lot of the community where a lot of people just kind of have accepted that, whatever Baby Yoda does is just totally cool and it doesn't really matter. Whereas those same people were putting up a huge fight over, Rey in the new trilogy, pretty much instantly learning how to use the Force. Mm-hmm. And I actually want to commend you on the fact that you're questioning both, and that's totally a reasonable way to think.
Well, it's that we could branch off into that too, because that pissed me off on The Force Awakens. How she just, I'm just gonna calm my nerves. How the fuck would you know that? And how the hell does fucking Space Mary Poppins know how to get back to a ship? I mean, come on.
That's it. Space Mary Poppins is a different series.
I know, but I'm just making points throughout the Star Wars universe that's coming out now. Because then the other question is, how come what's-his-face, the pilot guy in the new one is so faster than everyone else and blah, blah, blah. Does he have Force sense? I mean, does everybody has Force sense? One of my buddies was saying the Force is everywhere. It's just if your body's sensitive enough to utilize it. But does he know? I don't know. These are the questions I need answers.
Well, the way I've been thinking about it, and I'm not an expert in any way, but what I've been thinking about it is that they're trying to get across the point that even with the Jedi and the Sith are religious extremists, but the Force exists for all kinds of beings all over the galaxy, and there's a lot of people and beings that are sensitive to it without having a whole religion founded around it. So it's Force sensitivity doesn't have to come from years and years of training. Occasionally it can just be a thing that you're, able to do if you
a psychic, right?
Yeah, and if you look at the last movie, when they went to the casino planet, if you notice the scene where the little kid in the stables, he uses the Force to grab a broom handle with a broom on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And yeah, I think that really clarifies the point that I think they're attempting to make. Maybe they're not doing a good job of clarifying it, but I think the whole point is supposed to be, the Force isn't something that you have to be trained by, monks on a planet to use for. There's trees that are Force sensitive in the extended universe. There's animals that use it. There's it's just something that it's a part of nature. It's not necessarily this whole religious experience,
Well, let's dive a little bit, because Mandalorian, it feels like we're not really covering as much as I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of a surface scratcher. It's borderline just a bunch of references to previous Star Wars properties.
Do you feel that, and this is for everyone in the room, because I need more participation, that the new ones that came out, which are actually the first ones, these are the movies, ruined Star Wars?
Wait, the first what came out?
Like
the prequel trilogy or the
Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, those ones. Did they ruin Star Wars?
I don't think it ruined it, but it wasn't as exciting as we all wanted it to be when Episode 1 came out. The lightsabers and the music and all of that, all of that was great, but there was so much dialogue as to what was going on in the Senate and everything that it was just like, okay, where are we at? And then we have the goofy characters that Lucas is adding and making toys out of it. It's like, it's not what we wanted after 16 years of waiting for a movie to come out. And we're all just like, God, why won't he fucking die? So a good movie could come out. And luckily, he didn't have to. We could just sell it to Disney.
But I agree. Once these the more current movies that have been made does turn me off, because I remember trying to watch the first ones, and then these other ones come out and it just looks like a fucking video game. Immediately I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was too extra.
If you watched it from Episode 1 trying to get into the series, that's a difficult first hurdle to jump, because there's a lot, like I said, a lot of information that's being thrown at when you don't need all of it. Most of it's just Star Wars fandom, like craziness, like all the information they're throwing at you. But if you can if you start 4th, 5th, and 6th, and you're locked into the story, and then you get more information with the 3 films that prequel it, it was a kind of cool way to complement the first original 3 films.
I think for me, like I said, since I watched the prequels first, then I watched the older ones afterwards. For me, it was always kind of like when I was younger, when I was a kid, if I had seen the originals and then went to move to watch the prequels, I'm not sure I would have got into it the same way, because when I was a kid, you have your pod racing scene, your Darth Maul fight, all this like high action stuff that really isn't in the originals. Like all the stunt choreography and the CGI and the action movie parts of it, you know what I mean? A lot of that wouldn't have existed for me. Like, I'm not sure I would have gotten into it the same way, you know what I mean?
From your perspective, given that you watched the first 3 episodes before the saga that we all grew up with, what did you think about the more futuristic spacecraft and things like that he puts in the first 3 films, which should, by rights, be older looking than what we watched from the 70s and 80s? Follow me?
Let me interject real quick on this.
Well, if I may interject,
Okay.
I mean, I would think that, and I would go on a limb as to say that the reason why in the 1, 2, and 3, where the vehicles looked a little bit more modern, because they had a lot more money back then. As soon as the Empire took over the galaxy, as they were taking over the galaxy, money became scarce, and they were using Imperial money.
So yeah, we did live in a space society.
Yeah.
And I want to add on to what you just said, BDSM. They were trying to like show what it was like in the prime of everything, the prime of when the Jedis were all around, the prime of all that stuff.
The prime of the real Republic.
I got it. I understood it, but it is visually distorting to you because you're so used to the other way.
But do you think that's genuinely why he put those in? Or do you think that's what we're conforming the story to? Like, oh, well, that's the reason why those are in there.
Oh, yeah, I think we're definitely the ones logicking this out. He did not give a shit about it.
Yeah, I think
and if you look at it, when he made the original Star Wars movie in the 70s, he goes to a lot of these post-production companies and says, this is what I want to do with this is what I want to do with that. And they all laughed at him. They all laughed at George Lucas and said, yeah, you can't do this. We don't have it. If you want this tech, you're going to have to make it yourself. That's when George Lucas developed ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, which is his post-production company. And that's where a lot of his stuff goes through.
Yeah, we definitely have to look at the point where, Star Wars essentially founded the concept of CGI.
Did we lose him?
Who?
You just like abruptly stopped.
No, sorry. That's it. I mean, Star Wars is responsible for the concept of CGI, like very directly. LucasArts and like he said, Industrial Light and Magic, like that was the beginning for real and in real life. In fact, they like invented the technology that like all the CGI that we use from then on. Like, it's not. I'm not. This isn't a joke. I'm not making this up. Like, George Lucas is responsible for.
See, the yellow ones remind me of like an old 60s space age movie, you know? Like, what was that? Sky Captain and the Soldiers of the Future. Remember
Sky
that
Captain
movie?
of the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
The
That
movie was entirely made on blue screen or green screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even Angelina Jolie's eye patch. Is that
The whole thing.
I think she may have put that on, but I mean, the whole movie was filmed behind a green screen.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, that kind of reminds me of that.
But yeah, I wonder how much of the prequel trilogy, like vehicles and buildings and stuff, I wonder how much of that concept art is like related to George Lucas's original vision. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like he put it in there because, and we can logic it out ourselves, but more than anything, he just finally got to do what he wanted to do with the series from the beginning. And maybe his idea wasn't, maybe not all of his ideas are great, but not every idea, you know, it's like I was saying to you earlier, you know, it's not every idea is going to sound good, and you might sound stupid if you
watch some of the documentaries about the early films when they're building the models for these ships, they're actually taking apart models of World War II battleships. So you can almost guarantee that wasn't part of George Lucas's plan, though. Almost everything that then, you know, from their uniforms to the stormtroopers' masks to Darth Vader's masks to I don't know what else, that is all very it's modeled after a lot of things that they depict in World War II, like old photographs and stuff like that.
Well, you know, I
the
did
Empire officers.
did get that SS feel from the stormtroopers. You know.
Oh yeah, they're definitely, yeah.
I mean, they called them the stormtroopers for one, and then if you look at the officers' uniforms, though, that gray with the squared off.
Oh yeah, very Nazi-ish. Moving on to Attack of the Clones. That's where it starts getting. If you notice, it starts getting darker. The vehicles start having more dinginess to them. You know, that one that he grabbed when he was trying to chase after that changeling.
Oh, the car, like the weird sports car.
Yeah, like it starts changing. They go to like a bar. They go, and then that starts feeling more like the Star Wars we know.
But then when you gets more emo,
that's showing the wear and tear.
He's all listening to Blink 182 and
rambling about sand,
asking about her tattoos.
Now, see that I'm sorry, but even as you know, whatever, I don't care. But I'm just saying that like that part of the movie was not my favorite part. You know, the scenes, let me cut up a pear and like force send it to you across the table. Ooh. And then
he was basically just doing like mind freak tricks for
mind freak. And even
Anakin waves
before
his hand.
then,
Anakin waves his hand. Take off your.
Yeah, these are not the clothes you're looking for. Even on the first one, that was a little rough when she's all sitting right next to him in the ship, and he's like, "What are you doing, little guy?" Because like, didn't she like fall in love with him when he was like 9?
That's what kills me is the original trilogy, the 70s 80s trilogy. The weird part about that was like, oh, later on they accidentally they wrote themselves into a corner, and it turned out that Luke and Leia were siblings. What about that weird kiss, huh? Well,
yeah,
and then, like,
that was the big thing. I don't know about writing in a corner,
Yeah,
but that just kind of gives you a little insight of like how creepy Lucas is if he wants to write that shit in there, you know?
Oh well, I mean, George
Can
Lucas
you imagine?
didn't write the second two, or the second one and the third one in the original trilogy. The first one was written as a standalone, and then they wanted more.
Yeah,
Can you
they wanted
imagine
more.
if the internet had been around when that happened? If Reddit had been around when
Canceled.
all of a sudden they can't cancel it. It's like Sonic.
No, but then the weird part of the prequel trilogy is watching a grown ass Natalie Portman fall in love with a child.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, look at
then
him.
we
It's
get
not her
into he grows up really quick, and then you have Revenge of the Sith. And what the fuck is this? Man, god damn it. I hate noises. So in this Revenge of the Sith and all of this stuff, that's when, you know, it starts getting a little less creepier because he's older and he has a big ass scar on his face. But where's his acting? He doesn't have much acting. I mean, that's just me. I don't think he was a good actor.
I have a really stupid thing to add right now, and it's just take 1 second. But if you look at the Wikipedia for Count Dooku from the second and third one, he's listed as being a fucking vampire.
What?
He's listed as human/vampire. They never even addressed that, but I guess in the extended universe they addressed the fact that Count Dooku is apparently a fucking vampire.
Must have been in the cartoons.
I found this out. Mace Windu. Okay, so behind the scenes, I watched all the commentary. Mace Windu asked for the purple lightsaber, right?
Yeah, he wanted to be spotted in the big battle scene. Yeah.
Now,
Samuel L. Jackson. When George Lucas approached Samuel L. Jackson about Mace Windu, he said, "Yes, I'll do it, but I want my lightsaber to be purple." And
now,
George Lucas said, "Okay."
Did you hear what the lore is for the purple lightsaber?
Please do tell.
Would you like to know more? The purple lightsaber uses both dark and light force to fight with. So it sucks the force out of someone and puts it into the fighter so he could fight better. How messed up is that? And,
I guess the concept of neutrality, but that's the reason why he's kind of the more reasonable voice in any situation in the trilogy, is because he actually does see balance in the Force. He does actually stand for balance in the Force, and that's the whole theme of the original trilogy is that the Jedis had imbalanced the Force so heavily towards the good side that evil eventually got to take.
That makes sense, and no one else could have been Mace Windu, though. Am I wrong? Come on.
No, you're totally dead.
I just wish that they would have let. I just wish they would have let Samuel L. Jackson mutter off a few motherfuckers.
At least one, just one space motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed when he walks in to arrest Palpatine, and I'm thinking, dude, he's gonna fuck that guy up. Yeah, and then all of a sudden Palpatine does flips and twirls, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was so pissed.
Yeah, that whole the funniest part is that one of the laziest parts of the prequel trilogy to me is watching Palpatine use his electricity and slowly drain his face until he looks like the original Palpatine. I hated that shit.
Yeah, I cutting off his hand. I mean, everything. It just pissed me off because I'm like, dude, he's gonna get annihilated. Mace Windu is gonna fuck him up because, I mean, he was in Avengers. He was in just a litany of different things.
He handled a bunch of and he was in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, he's Jules. Wait, was he?
This
Jules?
is some real
lightsaber, motherfucker. Can you dodge it?
Like, find my wallet.
My favorite line.
Motherfucker.
AK-47, very best there is. When you absolutely, positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitutes.
Is that a Captain Planet gif? What is that?
Yeah, if you haven't watched that.
It's from a really good Funny or Die video with Don.
You can watch it on Prime. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah, there he is. Hell yeah, he could have now.
Is that the same actor who did Kung Fury?
Hey, what's up,
Travis is here.
Travis
Yeah, I was just chilling. I was
know it
eating.
is
I
not.
didn't want to like make a lot of noise, so I got push to talk. So yeah, what's going on, everybody?
You said you had a surprise for us.
Yes, so I'm trying to find out. Can I put on myself on camera and everyone can see me? How do I do that?
Oh my god, he's going to show us Tiger Mom.
Discord, but I don't know how. See, that's why we need. That's why we need the big man, the Frasley. Can you take a picture and send it to us?
I'll try. Let me see here. Hold on.
Taking a picture of his wife's pregnancy test. He's going to name the baby Brian.
Oh no,
New Brian.
Oh shit!
Name it Mando. Name it Mando.
Zeph wants to see your silver dildo.
I'm more of a glass guy myself.
Nothing, but you still.
Let me figure this stuff out.
That's too funny. Oh man. Well, other than that, though, it's funny how we're kind of harping on these three because I think that's it turned away from me. I mean, it was like fun, but not like when he went to the clone thing and he got to hang out more with Obi-Wan Kenobi's younger self, how he handled Anakin. I think they did a really good job there. I think they needed more Qui-Gon Jinn.
I think 3 wrapped up a lot of loose that led into 4. Because you have to wonder, how did Darth Vader get sued?
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to wonder what happened to the clones. I thought at that point, you're like, I thought all stormtroopers were bad. What happened? Then Order 66 comes down. And so you kind of have to wonder, what happened to the rest of the Jedi? Well, they were all killed off.
Yeah.
So it was just wrapping up loose ends.
I know. I like the way he's like,
just like the Han Solo movie.
6. I mean, that was kind of funny, but
just like the Han Solo movie. How did the Millennium Falcon do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs?
That was cool. I did like that. I hated.
Did they explain how they use space as distance as a measure of time?
Yes.
Holy crap! Hell yeah!
This is courtesy of.
Was that Norco Killer's gift?
Is that the freaking Snuggie?
That's cool,
it's
dude.
One of the coolest things I've ever owned because I'm in my basement. It's freezing. Thank you, Norco Killer. This is actually brilliant. Otherwise, I use a blanket and my arms are always exposed.
Does it have a hood?
No matter what you... let me check. Hold on.
You look like you're
wearing
it.
I wish that Snuggies had forward hood so you could just put one over your face and just.
Anyways, I wanted to chime in on the what's it? Mace Windu lore. Yeah, dude, that dude's actually like the greatest badass on the planet. And when he got chumped in episode 3,
yeah, I was not happy with that either.
Not a good look. Yeah.
So
his fighting style is specifically only for him. It's called like Vapod or something.
Yes.
And so
that's
most
what
Jedi's use a defensive style. Yeah, and he has he's just a badass. So he has his own fighting style, and it wrecks everyone's face, except when he's getting bamboozled by fucking Anakin and company.
So off topic real fast, because you talk about your Snuggie, and that's a fucking badass. Norco Killer got me a Christmas present too that's Star Wars related. So let me just throw this up here real quick.
Nice.
Dude, it was really cool. Yeah, I was really, really taken aback by that. I was like, dude, that's so nice. So let me pull up my things. No.
Whoa.
That wasn't on accident, man.
What the fuck you got going on around here?
Star Wars theme.
So, like that. So that was mine. That's what he got.
That's awesome.
Like that
That's
shit,
awesome.
dude.
That's pretty awesome.
Look at the expression on Chewie's face.
Yeah,
That's the shock of having his scalp removed.
Yes, that's how you open it up.
That's the dome piece coming off.
He's hiding a bottle of Jack Daniels back there.
Let me see if the
That's what the
video
monkey
will
from Temple of Doom looked like.
Let me see if the video will pop up there. I put a little 10-second video. There you go. See if you guys can play that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it works.
So it's a great present, but yeah, this is weird. That's how you open it up.
It's a cookie jar. It's a Wookiee jar.
It's a Wookiee jar, yeah. So
Wookiees
I
in there.
made, I had to make a crap ton of cookies, but some of them were from Frozen, so yeah. Wrong movie. But hey, all Disney. There you go.
Our Lord and Masters.
That's the strangest crossover yet.
Ambitious AF.
Disney's really reaching out there.
We are all inclusive.
So, thank you very much, Norco, for the Christmas gifts.
You're welcome.
My man.
Dude, you look epic in that little... the fucking, and even the background looks like you're in some kind of spaceship.
He's inside of the bulb guide dome.
Yeah, the pod. The meditation pod where I sit down to hate. That's how you get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Just sit there and see.
It looks like a World War II bomb shelter.
Funny enough, so in the corner used to be like some sort of coal like shaft.
Oh, a
but
coal chute?
Yeah, something like that. But I don't see it. They might have covered it up, and I took out the wall, so it's not there anymore. But it is an old house. It's a century.
What's this hashtag blame Pauly? What the fuck?
Yeah, we can get that trending. We can get that trending pretty easy.
So
I can get that trending right now. I get no problem. Me and Zeph will get Twitter fucking ripped.
Hey, but as long as it is at Norco Killer, all caps, you might win a Funko Pop.
Boom!
Zeph's out. She said she didn't want it.
So here's a question
Zeph
for
says she's
everyone.
already got one. She's on Twitter just talking straight trash.
There's a lot of them out there. Does she have everyone?
Every single one.
Specifically that.
No, I was going to ask. So here's a question.
All right.
Has anybody ever seen like the Star Wars parody stuff? Like the movie the movie Fanboys.
Yeah,
like
God,
Space
Boys
Ball or
hits,
whatever.
for sure.
Or the Family Guy Star Wars version.
Oh, I love that. Where he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Any of you guys watch the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars special?
I hear that's
No,
good.
I didn't see that.
Phineas and Ferb?
I
Yeah,
think
they did one.
they do a better job dunking on Star Wars than any other parody I've.
I love the when they did Empire Strikes Back and everybody was on bicycles instead of speeders.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, but that show is written like really well. Phineas and Ferb, really well written show.
So well written, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is
now
our
I gotta go see
predictions?
what kind of trash Zeph's out here talking. Hold on.
What is our predictions for the new movie? We've already seen Force Awakens, Rogue One, where you had the badass fucking Darth Vader scene, because the rest of the movie for me was just shit. And so I'm not the only one. Thank you. And
All right, so Jar Jar Binks is back, and he's
What?
bigger than ever.
oh my God, look at that!
Gotta bring back the things that sold, baby.
That is so cool. The candy canes.
So festive. Did you see the candy canes on Chewie's vest?
Yes, that's epic.
All right, yeah, me and Zeph are getting this Blame Polly hashtag going, right?
No, whoa. That could turn bad. You don't want to, don't do it.
But you're
I
gonna get
fully
so many
endorse
hits,
this.
man.
Polly, you are canceled as shit.
I endorse this fully.
Thanks, Josh.
The dark side of Twitter is happening right now.
So Abrams is back.
So we're going to have a lot of lens flares.
Yes.
We're going to have...
It's going to be indiscernible plot-wise.
Yes.
So this one...
It's going to be a lot of explosions.
Yes. And will
Spock
there be...
is here, and he is rock hard.
So... The one, what was the one? The Last Jedi, whatever, where Luke dies, right? Spoiler alert.
But not
Or
before
does
giving
he?
one of the most beautiful CGI fight scenes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? When everything blows up at him and he just kind of dusts it
No.
off his shoulder?
Whenever Kylo Ren comes down and they have the fight, and he does that fucking like breakdance move.
Twirl thing. Yeah.
God,
where
he
like,
fucking did the juke on him and shit. Oh, that was so sick.
Pretty sweet.
I love how like he can stop a laser beam. That was just epic when he's getting ready to snipe him and he just kind of stops it like, yeah.
Yeah, big fan of Kylo Ren, the villain. I think he's a well-written character. I think.
I love his 9-year-old
he's
temper
polarizing.
tantrum too. That's
Yeah,
really
because
good.
that's what he is.
Yeah, I was going to say the one that I watch where he throws everything around and the stormtroopers turn around.
pissed.
Yeah, they're just like, we're just gonna leave.
They walk away. I love that.
They're like,
I hate it when
yeah,
Daddy
nope,
gets
see you
mad.
back.
when Rey is like captured by the new Empire or whatever, and there's like one stormtrooper that she like. It's like talking to her while she's strapped to the chair or whatever.
She
Yeah.
That was Daniel fucking Craig.
Yeah, Daniel
under
Craig.
the helmet.
Yeah, it was Daniel Craig.
What?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
him
it was.
underneath
Goddamn
all that?
Craig. For no, and then it's not even. I don't think he's even credited.
Wow, she took
Yeah, I
over
think
James
that was a fun
Bond.
fact.
That's epic.
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people did cameos. I think it was Simon Pegg that was the vendor, or was it Simon Pegg?
Nice.
Yeah, the guy who's like portions, where that he's trading the food for scraps on that planet. I think that was Simon Pegg. I think
That
Kevin
was
Smith's
that
in
was
it
him.
somewhere,
Yeah,
too.
is he really? He probably.
Yeah, I
is.
can't remember which character it is.
but yeah, that
That
was the
movie had
big dude.
every.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that
planet,
food
Travis, that
rations look
planet
rough
was,
looking. What is it? Add water and they turn into a muffin.
Yeah, it looked like bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jakku, right? The planet
Jakku. Yeah, it's Jakku. Yeah.
Jakku.
One of the things I thought was really cool was after the movie. So Force Awakens comes out, and I started looking at YouTube reactions, and one thing I really liked was the ships she was hanging in, whatever it was, the AT-AT, whatever, the helmet she put on, those were all lore in the canon series. Circling back to what Baby Doll was talking about the whole fighting against what is this, what is that. But I do like that little Easter eggs of different things, because that could show that Disney could branch off and do so much stuff.
Oh, absolutely. They are unstoppable right now. Actually.
Nice. Aaron, we got to get you that for Christmas.
I've been looking for it. I saw one out in Vegas, but the AVN awards were out there, so I really wasn't kind of paying attention. I stopped looking.
It's a fun event. I went earlier this year. It's a very fun event.
Which one?
The AVN
AVNs? Or yeah. No, they're good.
Super fun.
They're good.
Super fun.
Yeah. It's not a party though until the people from the Star Wars convention show up.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, that's a cool. Look at that.
Whoa, dude.
This gift rules.
That's a winner.
For everyone listening, please go to Discord. You'll find it in the show notes, and you get to see all the stupid stuff we're laughing about.
And you can see what Hanson Vader looks like.
I like
real.
the idea that we have like a weird little like scroll as you go, like play along for the Discord.
Nice. Yeah, it's made for that. I mean, this show's made for just to be on Discord and kind of go through what we're talking about. Because it's for each show, so if you scroll up and you look at old shows, and you can find stuff we're talking about. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude.
Right.
That Star Wars fucking Snuggie is epic.
It feels nice. I'm pretty snug right now.
So predictions. Do you think Kylo Ren and Rey and all of them are just all clones? Because there was a little clip that you see her with a fucking double red sword.
Yeah. That's gotta be a vision. There's no way that's real. Or is it?
Does anybody ever get the fucking nice polar bears? Does anybody ever get the reason in Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back or whatever, the cave scene? What was that all about?
Caves.
I think it was one of those things like in The Empire Strikes Back where Luke goes into the cave and he fights Vader and beats him, and he cracks Vader's helmet. He sees himself. It would just completely stop the movie, and it was just to fill time.
Is that what that was?
Oh, I think that was more of
understand it.
I think that was more.
That was
like
his spirit
Rey
journey.
Yeah, some sort of test,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, some sort of.
It was
test.
a musical journey. So
Oh,
was
Rey
it
was
like
looking
if
inside
he
herself.
didn't? Was it like seeing like a foreshadow if he didn't change himself, or whatever the case may be, he could end up being that next Vader?
I mean, there's a subplot to that whole Hoth base where those aliens that look
The
like
Wampus.
they attack the base. They just released. Well, I don't know if they just released it, but they released footage where it's breaking into the walls of the Hoth base and coming after them in the hall, like the frozen hallways and that.
Sounds like a horror movie.
That
They
does.
did that in the video game.
Was it?
Well, which one?
Yeah.
The one for the N64?
Finally made
it was in an arcade game, a Star Wars arcade game.
Oh,
where
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, where you're
Was it
going through
Wampus?
the giant abominable snowmen.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
The
they were
Wampus.
doing.
The Wampus.
Yeah, they like were in the base when you had to try to escape Echo Base.
Yeah.
Echo Base, this is 527. We're on our way.
But I think it's gonna be good. So they've done a good job on keeping like plot spoilers. I guess I think there was a leaked script somewhere, but no one.
I mean,
I don't think
Disney's
I've
got
seen
the
it.
lockdown on that shit too.
Yeah. But I heard Ian McDiarmid's back as Palpatine. So what does it all mean?
They were all at I like him scratching the head of it. They were all at Disneyland. They had this really freak thing where they got them all over there to do an interview, and it was Palpatine. It was what is it, Finn, and it was
That's
the
crazy.
fighter guy. It's pretty good. That was from the new special edition, wasn't it? That one thing. Yes.
See, I want to point out that Star Wars has like an 0 for 3 record on people dying when they fall down a long cavern.
That's true. But I don't know, man. They might get a point for this one.
Well, you know what? Yeah, they did bring him back.
Like he's back, like confirmed.
No, I was thinking
that's not just
I
a
was
vision?
thinking like when Darth Maul was split in half and kicked down the giant tube.
Yeah, he was
that's
supposed
right.
to come back,
Darth
and
Maul,
in
and
the
then
cartoon,
Luke falls
he's back.
down during the "I am your father" scene, and now they're gonna bring back Palpatine. Yeah, nobody ever died. Like y'all need to chase these people to the bottom of these chasms if you want them to die. You cannot go double check for that body.
Throw him down
it's
the
clearly
grenade.
not happening.
What do you think happened to Luke's hand?
Throw a grenade.
Oh,
It's just
That's gotta come back.
Jabba used it to pleasure himself.
it's got force powers in it, man. It's going to be a relic of some sort.
Oh, that's
the
a lot of
laser
good hand
guy?
jobs right there with
Noah.
force power. Oh yeah, he's like Otobuto Solo.
They should have that hand like in a jar in a scene later on in the series.
For some reason, yeah, I was gonna say the script writers were very fucking specific about saying that his hand is still out there. I don't know why they went out of their way to.
What is this in my pocket? A tiny mug. High as fuck. Okay. Well, that's the Star Wars episode, everyone. Thank everybody for coming on the show. Thank you, BA Productions, Brennan, for coming on and, hanging out with us.
Yeah, sorry I didn't say much.
Plug, real quick, plug the place where you should go watch your shit.
Plug it.
Bat Productions.
You can find us on YouTube, BA Productions. You'll know it whenever you see the colorful background with a nice little triangle in there.
The what?
Down with the cult.
And since this is the last show of the year, I'd like to say from all of us here at the Miscellaneous Podcast, happy holidays and especially a heartfelt apology to Gates McFadden. For one last time.
Here.
Happy New Year to you! In jail!
Hey, this is Ro. I stopped by to share some basic knowledge of Star Wars with Aaron so he can keep up with the rest of the guys. Why don't you tell everyone what you learned?
All right, thanks, Ro. So I didn't learn too much about Star Wars. I just wanted to get a few things in because I know once these guys let loose about this subject, it's going to be back and forth nonstop, and my brain doesn't work fast enough to join in. To throw it out there, I've never finished a single episode or full movie of Star Wars. I try, I just can't get into it. But God bless you if you like it. I was told Rogue One transitioned seamlessly into Episode 4. In Mandalorian, Baby Yoda is called Baby because his species is unknown. Spoiler alert. And these were just my own two observations about the movies. First, no one could have played Mace Windu except Samuel Jackson. I'm sorry, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Sam Jackson, Mace Windu. Recognize. Next is Jar Jar Binks. His performance is by far... I'm surprised he wasn't nominated. That's the only reason I went. And, well, like I said, I haven't finished those movies, but I tried to finish that one twice because of Jar Jar. Yeah, it's true. Now, I did start watching The Mandalorian, and I like it. The action is, it is a TV show, but it reminded me of those late 90s action movies, or action shows, like Xena Warrior Princess, or Conan, or Hercules, or whoever the hell they were. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, with helmets and guns. I don't know. But I guess my question was, I don't understand why the Mandalorian or Mandalorians all wear the same outfit. You think you're hunting for somebody, they're probably going to keep an eye out for you with your silly hat. You look like a Rocketeer. Oh, just thought. All right, well, I'll wrap this up. And thanks, Ro, for helping me out. I don't know if these were good or not. I guess we'll find out. We'll probably get hate mail. That'd be cool. Be cool to get some hate mail. Not like murder mail, but, call me like a bad word. All right, again, this is Aaron, and I only did this because I'm going to sit back and enjoy the mayhem that's about to unfold.
Stuff we didn't get to, where we did not talk about how Ewan McGregor sounds identical to Alec Guinness in the original trilogy.
What are you talking about?
What happened? How did that go down? What do you mean, how did it go down?
Like, did
they cast Ewan McGregor, and he just did an excellent job playing Alec Guinness's part.
I thought like there was
Obi-Wan
research
Kenobi.
they did on this or something.
Well, I'm sure he had to do research because he sounds exactly like Alec Guinness.
His hair parted the same way too.
Right. Now I kind of want to see Ewan McGregor redo Bridge Over the River Kwai.
I like that. We were talking about Mandalorian earlier. About how you were saying that there was a heartfelt episode was directed by who?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Okay.
Too touchy-feely.
Now that was the one where it was the lady in the water and like they come in there and they like raid it.
Bryce Dallas Howard is in Lady in the Water.
That's her?
Yeah. Same actress. Did you just happen to say
yeah,
Lady
I just
in the Water?
have a total coincidence.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, I didn't think it was that touchy feely though.
The scenes where he's just standing next to women and there's just a smoldering tension. Smoldering tension.
Okay, I'll give you that because that's why the first thing I saw was like, oh, the village girl likes the Boba Fett. He's gonna stay there because Yoda's there. Woo! And then,
but he also likes the other
the bounty hunter girl.
Yeah, the other bounty hunter.
Lando Calrissian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Daddy Mac.
Oh hell
you know
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just real suave, sophisticated, but he's still hip with it. You know what I'm saying?
I loved his commercials later on.
Oh, are you referring to the Colt 45?
Hell yes.
Yes. He was just like the most eloquent spokesperson when it came to malt liquor. Yeah.
I don't claim you can have a better time with Colt 45 than without it. But why take chances?
You advertise it and promote it and make the malt liquor sound like it was just top-notch champagne.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. And he's in the one coming out now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty good for his age, too.
Yeah, it is.
All of them kind of do. I mean, for having live through the 80s with all the drugs and everything.
Yeah, and I found out around about several years ago that the D in his name, which his real name is, of course, William, the D is short for December.
Whoa. I did not know that.
William December Williams.
When was he born?
He was born in 1937.
I meant what month?
In December.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I like that. Very unique. All right.
So hence the nickname, the middle name, rather, December. That's his middle name.
I wonder if they call him that sometime.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Goodbye.